Hey guys, Chris here watching WrestleMania 40, and I'm doing a results as the show goes. So your first match was Becky Lynch versus Ripley for the women's championship. It was a pretty good match. Becky did a lot of no selling until Rhea kneed her in the face, and from that point on, she kind of sold a bit better. Rhea finished it after her second Riptide via pinfall. Match number 2 was our tag team championship ladder match. DIY versus Awesome Truth versus New Day versus Catch Republic versus A Town Down versus the Judgment Day team of Finn Balor and Damian Priest, the current undisputed champions. Both sets of belts were hung above the ring, so you kind of had an idea that the titles were going to be separated into brands again, which is great. So it started off very early on. Grayson and Waller went to climb the ladder. They were quickly knocked down. Before too long, Damian Priest gave a razor's edge to Tyler Bates on the ladder. R-Truth was waiting for The Miz to tag him in at one point, like he didn't know that it was a tornado match, partway through the match, so that was kind of funny. He then gave, was it an attitude adjustment maybe, to Finn Balor, and he went for the pin, and he probably would have got like a 4 or 5 count, and then he got up and he thought he'd won the match for a little bit. Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa performed Sweet Chin Music in the Pedigree, playing into R-Truth's belief that they're Shawn Michaels and Triple H in Degeneration X, or Regeneration X, I guess. Then DIY climbed up one ladder, one on each side, and the Awesome Truth climbed up another ladder, one man on each side. Everybody was out of the ring. A-Town Down came in, A-Town Down Under came in, knocked the ladders down. Then Grayson Waller climbed up, grabbing the SmackDown championships, making A-Town Down Under your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. New Catch Republic put Waller through a table. DIY went and got a few tables out and set them up. Sorry. The New Day put Tommaso Ciampa on a ladder, and Xavier Woods jumped off the top rope almost across the ring onto Ciampa. After that, Kofi runs and jumps and splashes out of the ring and takes out almost everybody, except for Theory. DIY take out the New Catch. R-Truth climbs. JD McDonough interferes, beats him with a chair. Him and Balor climb the ladder together. JD McDonough's trying to help Balor win. Then New Day come in and stop that from happening. JD McDonough's thrown out of the ring through 2 tables that are set up. Priest climbs up. Miz climbs up. Priest choke slams Miz off of the ladder. Then Priest climbs again. R-Truth comes in, pulls Priest down, gives him the attitude adjustment. Then, believe it or not, R-Truth climbs up. He finally understands the assignment. He grabs the Raw Championships, making the Awesome Truth your new Raw Tag Team Champions. Making this R-Truth's first WrestleMania victory in his entire career. Match number 3 was a tag team match. It was Santos Escobar and Dominic versus Rey Mysterio and Andrade. Rey and Santos started off with an early tag to Dom. Rey tags in Andrade, who pretty much beats Dominic to the outside. Rey tags in Andrade. He climbs on Andrade's back, and they both do crossbodies to the outside onto Dominic and Santos. Back in the ring now. Dominic's beating up Rey and Andrade somehow. He then tags in Santos, who hits a leg drop over the top rope onto Ray, then a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. He goes for a pin, hits a 2 count. Dom tags in. He gets another 2 count on Ray. Dominic, I gotta say, is noticeably getting better since last WrestleMania when he fought Rey Mysterio. Spinning elbow to Ray. He tags in Santos again. Double drop kick to Ray's head. They run at the ropes, and they both run at Ray at the same time and drop kick him in the head. Santos tries to pull off Ray's mask up in the corner. Ray fights back a little bit and does a code red to Andrade. To Santos, and then hot tag, I think. Andrade, at this point, starts kicking some butt. Kicks Dom's butt. Goes for a top rope moonsault. Dom moves out of the way. Andrade lands on his feet and does another standing moonsault onto Dominic, which was actually pretty sick. I haven't seen a lot of Andrade, but I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. Tags in Ray. He sends Dominic outside. Ray hits a 619 onto Santos. Angel Garza interferes. Santos is back in control after that. Lopez and Vega start to fight outside. That turns into a big brawl for both of the rest of the teams outside. All the men start fighting. Santos smashes Ray into the turnbuckle. Who was it? Wild was launched off the rope. Angel and Carlito pulled the rope down and sprung it up, and Wild flew off, hitting the other guys. I can't remember their names. After that, Santos smashed Ray into the turnbuckle. Then 2 guys in masks came out. They were both wearing luchador masks, but they were 2 big Caucasian guys. The ref was distracted. They threw Santos back into the ring. Ray hit the 619 on Dom and Santos. Then Andrade hit his finisher on, I can't even remember who. Then the one that was left, Ray hit the frog splash on for the pin. I'm not familiar with the 2 guys who had the masks on, but they took them off. And commentary called them Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson. So apparently they're football players. You guys probably know them better than I have, or do. So that makes Ray and Andrade the winners of match number 3. Match number 4, guys, at WrestleMania 40 was Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso in a singles match with 1 fall. Starts off, Jay doesn't even let Jimmy get to the ring before he's running down the ramp and attacking him. They finally get into the ring. Jay sends Jimmy directly back outside, jumps over the ropes onto him. Jay does a cross body to Jimmy for a 2 count. Then Jimmy hits a pop-up Samoan drop for a reversal. Jimmy then hits a running hip smash to Jay's head while Jay's down in the corner. He then hits a super kick. Jay tries to fight back, but Jimmy just shuts it down. Jim is then in total control. After that, he super kicks Jay in the head 3 times consecutively. Jimmy seems pretty methodical at this point, and he climbs the rope for a frog splash. Hits a frog splash, sorry. Jay hits a super kick. Both men go down. Once they're up again, they both trade punches and super kicks and enziguris. They keep on trading words and super kicks. I don't know how they've both been there for 10 years and every other move, or sometimes just every move, is a super kick. I really don't get it. Then eventually Jay kind of takes control and he hits a jumping super kick on Jimmy. I guess the jumping super kick is a slight variation to the regular. Jay goes for another super kick. Jimmy puts up his hands, pleading. Jay stops mid kick. Then he goes to take Jimmy's hand. He helps Jimmy up. Jimmy's apologizing. So Jay's showing some compassion. He helps his brother up. Jimmy then sneaks in a super kick on Jay, hits a frog splash for a 2 count. Then Jimmy stalks Jay from the corner. He runs at Jay for what I'm guessing is going to be another super kick, but Jay comes out of the corner, hits Jimmy with a spear out of nowheres, hits a frog splash. Jay is the winner of the brotherly feud with a 1-2-3. Match number 5, guys, was Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and Asuka versus Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. Starts off with Naomi and Asuka. They start out with a tie-up. Asuka tags in Kairi Sane. Naomi takes over and gets a 2 count. Dakota Kai sneakily attacks Naomi. Sane is in control at this point. She jumps off the rope to hit Naomi. Asuka's back in. She gets a 2 count on Naomi. Naomi starts to fight back, and Kai gets in and prevents the tag. At this point, Naomi desperately needs to get a tag. She gets away from Kai and finally gets it. She then tags in Belair. Belair comes in. She cleans house. She beats up both Kabuki Warriors in the corner at the same time with some 10 count fist. She then military press Kairi Sane onto Asuka. She does a moonsault then onto all 3 of her opponents and hits a 2 count. Dakota somehow manages to take control after that. She tags in Asuka, who hits a running knee and a 2 count. The crowd at this point starts chanting for Jade Cargill. They want to see her come in. Eventually, Belair makes a tag to Jade. Cargill comes in, cleans house, hits choke slam to Asuka, catches Kairi Sane in the air, gives her a backbreaker. Back body drop to to Dakota Kai, hits a 2 count. Damage Control then makes the save. Belair hits Asuka with the KOD. Then Cargill gets Dakota Kai up with that double underhook that she does. She double underhooks her, holds her up in the air, walks around a ring, then slams her face down for the 2 count. She does her little layback, licking her hand pin thing that she does. That was pretty good. So your winners of the 6-woman tag team match is Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill picked up the pin with her very first victory at her very first WrestleMania. And match number 7, guys, at WrestleMania 40 Night 1 is Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Today marks 666 days that Gunther reigns as Intercontinental Championship. Match starts off with a tie-up. Gunther quickly powers Sami into the corner. Sami starts chopping. He's pretty aggressive starting out. Gunther hits Sami with a German suplex. A couple big chops and a big boot from Gunther to Sami's face. He starts chopping Sami, mocking him. Sami tries to fight back, but to no effect. Gunther chokes Sami with his boot while Sami is hanging from the top rope. Gunther starts talking smack to Sami's wife. Sami starts trading chops and actually hits a really big clothesline on Gunther. Gunther gets up and hits a massive chop on Sami. Sami fights back with some punches and then hits 2 suplexes. Gunther gets up pretty quickly, hits a big lariat on Sami, and goes for a power bomb. Sami ends up hitting a tornado DDT on Gunther and goes for an Alua kick, but Gunther catches him with a sleeper. Sami gets out of that, goes for a Blue Thunder Bomb. I kind of missed what happened next, but Gunther gets him back in a sleeper. They're on the ground in the sleeper. Sami's trying to get to the ropes. He almost gets there. He stands up with Gunther on his back. He's almost at the ropes, and then Gunther German suplexes him. He gets a big drop kick, that double drop kick that Gunther does. Kind of a snappy drop kick. Then he hits a power bomb, gets a 2 count out of that. Then he Oops, lost my spot. Sorry, guys. After the 2 count, Gunther hits a big kick to Sammy's face. It actually looked a lot like an Alua kick, but they didn't call it that. Gunther continues mocking Zayn's wife. Sammy hits an Alua kick, gets a 2 count, goes for a second one, but he gets caught with a clothesline and 2 power bombs, which get Gunther a 2 count. He then begins just kicking and taunting Sammy and Sammy's wife. He hits a giant clothesline to Sammy, then he taunts him, he power bombs him. Gunther goes to the top rope, he hits a splash on Zayn. He doesn't even go for the pin. He goes up to the top rope, hits another splash, still doesn't go for the pin. He begins to taunt Sammy's wife. You can see Sammy laying on the ground. He tries to fire up. Then he actually hits an Alua kick. And then he hits a top rope brainbuster, kinda. He didn't really catch all of it, but you'll probably see it. He hit it enough, Gunther sold it. He hit a second Alua kick and a third Alua kick and covered Gunther for the 1-2-3, making Sammy your new Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania 40, ending Gunther's 666-day reign. Alright guys, match number 7 is Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns to determine tomorrow night's stipulation for Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, whether it's going to be a regular match or it's Bloodline rules. So, let's see how this goes. Cody comes down to the ring, takes his sweet-ass time, hugs his mother Michelle before he gets in, takes off his white American Nightmare weightlifting belt, and gives it to the guy that's standing with his mom. Seth Rollins makes his way out. So far, I give best entrance of night 1 to Rhea Ripley, for sure. This guy. Finally, Seth Rollins is in the ring. And we're waiting for The Rock. Finally, The Rock is in the ring, and Roman Reigns is coming. Seth and Roman start the match off. Early tie-up by Roman and Seth. Roman reverses it into a headlock. Seth throws him off, bounces him into the ropes. Roman comes off with a shoulder block to Seth, knocking him onto the ground. The Rock's outside the ropes, acknowledging Roman. Both men are back to their feet, circling around each other, sizing each other up. They square up again, they tie it up. They run the ropes a little bit. Roman Reigns went for a clothesline. Seth reversed it, hit him with a super kick. Seth then tags in Cody. Cody and Roman then tie up, and Cody gets Roman in an arm twist. Roman clotheslines in the corner to Cody. Cody reverses that into a knee. Reverses into a knee to the stomach. They do a test of strength. Somehow Cody wins it. Cody tags to Seth. Roman teases tagging, but The Rock, he hesitates for a while. He finally does it. The Rock and Seth face off. There's a test of strength. The Rock easily throws Seth across the ring. At that point, Seth decides to use his speed to get an advantage over The Rock. Surprisingly, the crowd gets behind The Rock and starts chanting Rocky during his fight with Seth Rollins. They tie up. The Rock does a dirty kick, starts hitting him with the classic right hands of The Rock. Seth fights back, but to no avail. The Rock clotheslines him. Seth then tags in Cody. The crowd chants Rocky over and over again still. They're matching strength somehow, back and forth. I don't know how Cody matches strength with The Rock. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Then Cody unloads on The Rock. Seth tags in. All four men stand off, and a big brawl breaks out. Rock gets thrown into the hydration station. Roman and Cody fight up the ramp towards the entrance. The Rock tells the ref that if he counts, he'll be fired, not to fuck around with him. Roman tries to suplex Cody, and Cody reverses it. The Rock fights Cody in the audience. There's lots of back and forth during this. All four men make their way toward the ring. Rollins jumps off the barricade and takes out the Rock, rolls the Rock back into the ring. Roman drags Seth off the apron. Seth hurts his knee. You can tell he kind of tweaks it. They then roll Seth into the ring. Rock works on Seth's knee, and works on his knee in the turnbuckle. He then tags Roman, who works on Seth's knee, puts him in a single leg Boston Crab. Seth fights out. Roman knocks Cody off the apron. Seth gets taken outside and double teamed. They roll Seth back into the ring again. Then they turns beating up Rollins. Roman methodically beats on Rollins. Roman locks in for a Superman punch, and Seth reverses it into a neckbreaker. Then Roman gets to the Rock, who prevents Seth's tag. Rock trades blows with Seth, and Seth reverses into an enziguri. Cody gets pulled off the apron to prevent the tag, and that's when the Rock locks in the sharpshooter. Super kick and a stomp to the Rock. Cody gets the best of Roman, and he power slams him. Disaster kick to Roman. Cody cutter for a 2 count. Cody goes for a crossroads on Roman, and he gets countered with a Superman punch for a 2 count. Reigns' nose starts to bleed a little bit, which makes him pretty angry. Cody tags in Seth. Cody cutter and a frog splash for a 2 count. Rollins goes for a stomp that gets reversed. Sorry, my notes are a little messy. I was rushing through here. Rock breaks up the pin. Roman low blows and spears Cody for a 2 count. Roman then puts Cody in the guillotine. Cody fades. The ref lifts up his arm. He only gets 1 out of it. Then the Rock comes around and starts holding Cody's legs so Cody can't get out of the guillotine. Then Seth comes in and stomps Roman. Roman then tags in the Rock. The Rock takes off his weightlifting belt, but Cody knocks it away. Gives a bionic elbow to the Rock, who reversed it into a sharpshooter on Cody. Then he goes to hit a people's elbow, but Cody reverses it into a Cody cutter. Cody then goes for another Cody cutter, but gets hit with a Superman punch. Then spear to Cody, but Seth pushed him. Oh, yes. He goes to spear Cody, but Seth pushed him and the Rock gets speared. Then after the Rock gets speared, Cody and Seth pedigree both Rock and Roman Reigns. They get a 2 count. There's a kick out. The Rock digs Cody's eyes and clears the announcement table. Puts Cody up on it. He then goes to rock bottom Cody through the Spanish announcement table, but Cody reverses it and rock bottoms him through the American announcement table. Then Roman speared Seth through the barricade. Cody rolled back into the ring. Roman does a drive-by to Cody and gets the tag. He starts laying some heavy right hands to him. Cody tries to fight back. He starts trading some blows. He hits Reigns with the crossroads, hits him with a second crossroads, and goes for a third one, but The Rock whips Cody. Then Roman spears Cody, tags in The Rock, and The Rock looks for a rock bottom, hits it, goes for a people's elbow, and connects with it for 1, 2, 3. The Rock and Roman Reigns are your winners of the tag team match, making tomorrow night's match Cody and Roman Reigns A Bloodline Rules.